I being stunned? Whoa, there's so many police. What's happening? Oh my gosh, I'm a die. I'm a die. Wake up, samurai. It's time to kick ass and unbox video games. And I'm all out of, look, a video game. This is Cyberpunk 2077. You've probably never heard of it. It's a tiny game made by an independent Polish studio. But some people seem to be pretty excited about it. We got our hands on it a couple days after launch as the perfect cap to 2020, things being hard to get at launch. Seems to be appropriate. And so today we're gonna unbox it. We're gonna play it a little bit. I'm gonna give you my first impressions on everything inside this box. So this collector's edition is $249 American. It's big, and bigger is always better. Just like that one slider I chose when I was creating my character. You know what slider I'm talking about. We got a description of the game, Cyberpunk. It's punk in cyber times, which is 2077. And then a description of all the things in the box, but I'm not gonna show you that because I want it to be a surprise, samurai. I'm having fun. We're having fun here. Wow, what a box. Boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes. So inside, we got this big styrofoam, and then this kind of pull-out thing. This is kind of a cool experience. Whoa. Oh. Feels kind of like I'm pulling out a secret item from like a cryo container or something. That's pretty neat for a box. Whoever designed this box, y'all did a real good job. Cyberpunk 2077. I'm guessing like this. Oh, ooh. That's a lot of stuff to show. Well, this is pretty cool. It looks like it's the signature of everyone that worked on this game at CD Projekt Red. If you don't know, CD Projekt Red's actually a pretty cool company. They're like a Polish studio that founded Good Old Games, and they've kind of had a meteoric rise from Witcher 1 to Witcher 3, which is a huge game, and now Cyberpunk, which is one of the biggest games of the year, maybe of the last couple years. Yeah, if you guys haven't tried Good Old Games, it's actually my kind of preferred place to buy games when I can. There's the Steelbox version of the game on the inside. I'm gonna unbox this, but a little bit later, because there's actually a lot of stuff in here, which is pretty cool. I saw on Twitter someone unbox this, and I was like, huh, that's pretty neat. But let's go to the more collector-y stuff. This is gorgeous. I really love the style of this game. I think that's one thing they nailed is the aesthetic. Like, games have been trying to replicate Cyberpunk look for so long, but I think this is the first game where the technical side and the ambition kind of actually were able to follow it up. This art book is a real book. Like when I unboxed the last game, Last of Us, which happened to win Game of the Year this week because I think of my unboxing. I'm just gonna call it the David blessing. Anyways, this is an awesome art book. This is really high quality. Like it's thick, you can see on the camera, but it feels like one you would buy at like, I guess it's called Indigo now, for like $40, and you would put on your living room table, look at it like twice, and then let it get into the pile of other books that you never look at. Man, the art is so good in this game. Nice little touch. It's like a little police evidence bag. And Night City Police Department. Oh, is this the comic book? Ooh. What does it say on there? Detective Bureau, Haywood Station. It's collected by Detective River Ward. That's cool. That's like nice little touches. And I think that's something that CD Projekt Red does really well is they take the time to add the little touches, like in the side quests, in the box, like having a little bit of a story on the package of the promotional pack-in. That's pretty cool. Meet Grinder, Night City, the city of broken dreams. Oh, that's cool. It's a visitor's guide to Night City, but scratched out with nomads. So it's like a visitor's guide that's been scratched as if it was like a nomad, which is one of the life paths you can take in the game, which is kind of like the outsider, like living in the desert outside of the city. That's kind of a neat touch. Yeah, neat touch. I'm not gonna read this. You're not here to watch me read. Oh, okay, here's the Steelbox. Wow, this art is so sick. Oh man, I love the style that they've gone for in this game. So this is just like the outside of the Steelbox, and it's kind of got a graffiti look on top of like a wall. And there's actually a difference in texture, which is nice. I don't know if it was intentional or if it was just the paint or whatever they use, the finish on here, but it looks good. What are these? Oh yeah, it's just stickers. That's nice, stickers. I'm not a huge sticker guy, but I know some people are, so it's kind of cool to have just a whole lot of stuff. Corporate Wars, the musical. I would pay to see that. That's great. That's the kind of stuff I like. This one. That feels empty. Ooh, patches. I like patches more. That's kind of cool. So this is, I think it's the band of Johnny Silverhand, who's the character that Keanu Reeves plays in the game. I won't go too far into it. I don't want to get into, and if you haven't watched any of the trailers, you might not know that Keanu Reeves is in the game, so oops. Nah, you know. Everybody knows Keanu Reeves is in the game. It's kind of a big deal. But the patches are Samurai, which is his band. A Night City patch. That's pretty cool. I like those colors, like the pink and blue. I think that looks good with kind of the yellow accent. Ooh, this feels like there's something in here. Pins! Again, I prefer pins to stickers, so this might go on like a backpack or something. The Night City Heat. I'm guessing that's like a sports team. I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't done a side mission with that. Militech is the military corporation in the game. You'll come across it. I'm guessing everything is tied to the game. I just haven't made it that far yet to be able to tell you. Wow, that's hefty. That's heavy. It's not like a Hot Wheel. It's like solid metal all the way through. And that's one of the supercars in the game. All right, let's go back to the big box. So it's a styrofoam box. I'm pretty excited to find out what's in here. But before we do that, let's talk about our sponsor, Manscaped. Manscaped hooked us up with their new performance package kit, which comes with a ton of stuff, just like this box. Like their new lawnmower waterproof trimmer with advanced skin-safe technology, which helps reduce nicks and cuts. Their Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer, and their new Shears 2.0 luxury nail kit. All that stuff to customize yourself in real life. Head to manscaped.com/circuit and get 20% off, plus free international shipping today. Plus, you'll get their Shed travel bag and a pair of their anti-chafing boxer briefs, available for a limited time. I'm wearing them right now. It's not true, actually, but I do wear them, and they're very comfortable. Oh my gosh! It's a Happy Meal toy. No, it's a really nice statue. This is really cool. I'm surprised I have to put together. I mean, this is huge. And just like the Last of Us 2 statue that I unboxed, it's real detailed. And this is cool. I really like that this is like a dynamic scene. It's nice, got a little cover for his gun on his back, even though it's still bent a little bit. That's V, but I mean, part of the appeal of the early part of this game is you can customize your character to be anything you want. So this is a promotional V. Probably not exactly what your V looks like. My V looks nothing like this. And there's also a female V, or a non-binary V that you can be. This is like the world's most basic puzzle, and I'm still having trouble with it. That's really cool. This looks pretty incredible. I like how dynamic it feels. Like it's really capturing really intense motion, even though it's a statue. Just for comparison. Because I really like this one, and I think the details are excellent. And I'd say like some of the textures are a little bit better on the Last of Us one, like the blood paint that's hand painted on the chest or the head. But it's kind of a boring scene. What's up, Linus?
Oh, look at this.
Come look at it. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, they did a great job
Yeah,
of
it
that.
looks really
It
good.
really feels like he's in motion.
Yep. This is a great statue. If you like statues, I would have no shame in putting this up. Looks great. I bet like if you lit it right too, it'd be insane. Like, but get some cyberpunk colors in the back. There it is, over 200 awards even before it comes out. That's my favorite thing on video games is when they're like, winner of E3 most anticipated title, or like even lesser meaningful titles. When you peel back the sleeve, there is the box, and then this kind of art. The World Compendium. That's kind of cool. This reminds me of like an old school manual, and this is the kind of stuff I feel like CD Projekt Red does really well. It's like they understand what people want. They want a manual where they can open it up and there's like a little bit of world building. I think that's a really cool idea. That being said, we have trailers and stuff, and most of us have kind of watched a lot of this stuff. But this is neat, like telling you about your life path and kind of understanding what fixers are. That's a cool idea. I think that's, again, a neat little touch that goes to just make this feel like a sweet product. So we got postcards with some more art. Like I said, I think this art's really excellent. It's the kind of stuff that like, if I had a high quality print, I wouldn't feel bad at all about putting it up. All right, and then that brings us to the actual case. So it includes a code. I'm not gonna scratch it off here. So yeah, even if you have the physical copy, you're gonna have to tie it to a GOG account. That's fair, that's just pretty normal. I don't think you can have games that don't install to a launcher anymore. Oh, this is the soundtrack. I'm really enjoying the soundtrack. I mean, like the story stuff is really good, the kind of more cinematic stuff, but there's also, just like GTA, radio stations, you can choose your genre. And right now I'm really feeling the jazz station. I can't remember, something blues. And it totally changes the vibe when you're driving through the city when you have like smooth jazz playing. It's sick. More stickers, eh? That's pretty cool. They include a map of the game. It's fairly detailed. You can see all the streets. Like they said in their pre-release stuff, this isn't the biggest open world they've ever done, but it's certainly the densest. Like if you drive through a street, you'll see there's like roads overgoing, there's walkways overgoing, and there's like apartments everywhere. And I mean, I haven't gone everywhere, but it feels like you can go anywhere, do anything. And it's really fun just to like head in a direction and do stuff. And like, there'll be markers constantly popping up on the map, but there's also just like, you'll be driving, you hear gunshots and you can pop out, join the fight. You can do anything, like you can, it feels so dynamic. And I think if they succeeded at doing one thing, it's bringing Night City to life. Anyways, we've talked about the game enough. Why don't we boot it up? I'm playing in 1440p because, a 2080 Ti trying to get 4K 60 out of this game, that's not gonna happen. What we kind of decided was the best setting was the ray trace medium. So it's everything on high or ultra, except some of the ray trace options. It still looks really good. I'm gonna turn on DLSS to quality, because DLSS is great. It really helps performance and it still looks really, really good. So if you don't know, Cyberpunk's open world RPG, it's got a lot of the flavor of like the Deus Ex series, kind of a little bit of GTA, and kind of certainly its own identity. And so like GTA, you're gonna be running around doing crimes in an open world city. You can steal cars, go anywhere. But more like Deus Ex, everything's more dense. You can kind of interact with everything. It feels kind of like a hub, like one of the hub cities in Deus Ex, but stretched out to a full world. And man, it's incredible. Like we can get off here. Let's go just, I don't know where I am right now. Let's get out of this car, can I? Oh, frame rate, 25. So that kind of brings me to one of my first complaints of this game. I actually think that it's mechanically a pretty solid game. But when you play games in first person, just like VR, I think you kind of need it to be a smoother experience. Like playing first person shooters in 30 FPS is kind of a bad time. And like when I play competitive shooters, I turn all the settings down to absolute minimum so I can get my 200 frames a second. And so I'm used to things being really smooth. And 60 frames is totally acceptable. But I find in gunfights when it drops, it just makes it feel less snappy, less good. Yo, I'm gonna fight these police. Do I have a gun? Whoa, there's a lot of police. Oh no, I'm not gonna fight them. Oh my God, I still put the scanner. Why? What am I doing? Oh, here we go. Am I being stunned? Whoa, there's so many police. What's happening? Oh my gosh, I'm a die. I'm a die. This is the best part of like good open world games. It's just like, you don't even need to dig a mission. You can just like mess around. Like I remember hanging out with friends playing GTA, like probably Vice City or San Andreas, and you would just take turns watching each other, just going around, and you would just randomly, yo, that dude just spawned out of nowhere. That's not fair. Please can't keep spawning. That's not fair. Whoa! Okay, no, that's not glitch. That's actually, he's just like an elite officer. Whoa, I had 4 stars? I've never had 4 stars. This is awesome. So as you can tell, I enjoy this game. I think it's pretty fun. There's obviously lots of issues. Like on the technical side, the console versions are kind of sad. Like if you have a base PS4 or a base Xbox One, it's kind of like meme worthy. And it all goes to make this game, even though it's been delayed multiple times, feel a little bit rushed. Like it feels like it could have used a little bit more time or a little bit more focus. And I wonder if they considered launching just on PC first, because on PC, it's incredible. It's an achievement when you're playing HDR and you go into a dimly lit area and the reflections are bouncing off the floor through the smoke and like the reflections look different on the different surfaces. It's like really feels next gen in a way like no game currently does. It's definitely the crisis of 2020. This is a great showcase of ray tracing. Obviously we've had it for 2 generations of video hardware now, but this is like the first game where I feel like my 1080 Ti really doesn't cut it anymore. I feel like I need a 3080, a 3090. If you have the system to run this game, if you have a high-end PC, you should be playing this game. You're probably already playing this game. This is one of the biggest hits of the year. If you're on console, it seems like it's a mixed bag. If you have like one of the next or the mid-gen refreshes, it seems like it's acceptable. It's kind of dipping below 30. It's apparently pretty good. But if you have a next-gen console, it's cool that it runs well, but it's a shame they didn't release it with the next-gen version. And so I would say just wait for it to be fixed, wait for it to be smoother. You don't really want to play this game and not have the wow moments. I think that adds a lot to the experiences. The feeling of being in a real city. And when you take away the technical side and you really struggle at like sub 720p resolutions, and it just looks like a blurry mess. I think it's missing one of its pillar elements. And I think that's how I would describe this game, is it has a bunch of pillars, and some of them are better than others, stronger than others. But overall, the pillars kind of work together to lift this game into something really cool and really special. Good job, CD Projekt Red. I'm super into it. I hope that you can continue to work on the game, get all the bugs fixed. I mean, there's a lot of issues. Yesterday I was driving through the city and like every couple of frames, my character would T-pose above the car and then like kind of go back in the car. There's tons of issues, but they'll work it out. But overall, I would say this collector's edition is worth collecting. I thank you for collecting this video in your collection. By liking it and subscribing to Short Circuit. Like a samurai.